brothers and sisters. Been a few days. I There's a few reasons why I wanted to come on here. The Lord has kind of blew my mind with different dreams that I've had, and there's still some things in my dreams that He has not interpreted. But the one thing that has been in common is the number 3. So the one day, so today would be day 4, and today is the 11th. So I think starting the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. So starting on the 8th, He gave me 2 dreams. And I'm going to go ahead and share these dreams with you. The one was a little personal, but it may help somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and share it. So I had 2 dreams that morning. The one dream, I had found this baby outside of this door, and it was some kind of, it was either an apartment building, some kind of shelter building with like different rooms that people can go in and have shut their door or whatever. Something with a bunch of doors in it. Somebody set their baby outside of a door and left. I happened to be at this place, and I get this baby. This baby was a girl, and it had orange hair. And I then had to go use the restroom, so I took this baby with me. Went into this restroom. It was a one potty restroom. And then this lady shows up, and her husband shows up with her, but she comes into the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm in here. And after this, I ended up telling her about what had happened, but I automatically knew that she had a lying spirit on her. I knew that she struggled with lying. And, but I was telling her about, I found this baby, and I was telling her also that I was going to take this baby to the police station, but I was going to let them know that if nobody claimed this baby, that I wanted it to take it home and take care of it as my own. And I also knew for some reason that this baby was drinking milk. So I don't know. Now I'm like starting to think that maybe this baby could be somebody that's weak in their faith, you know, a new Christian that is on spiritual milk. So as I'm telling you this, I may get some revelation because the Lord does that sometimes. So anyways, I'm telling this lady about how I found this baby, and I'm going to take it to the police station. And if nobody claims it, I want to take this baby home and raise it. She then had took out her phone and was on Facebook and was looking at this profile of this girl that she knew that also had orange hair and had had a baby recently. And she's looking at this picture, and I'm looking like over her shoulder, looking at this photo on her phone. And I can't clearly see if it's the same baby, but the look on the lady's face, she's like, it looked like she recognized that it could possibly be the same baby. And I said to her, I said, if you find out anything about this, I don't want you to sugarcoat anything. I just want you to give it to me straight. Then that was over. Then it was like scene changed in another dream. I'm walking out of this place, and I knew that I was a half an hour from home. I didn't have a thing in my mind of where home was, but I also knew that I was getting home from something. It was like a sled or some kind of flat type surface, and my daughter was with me, and she was trying to fit on it, and another girl was with me to my left, and she was trying to fit on it as well. And I looked down, and there was no room for them. I could only fit on this. And I was like trying to get going so that we could go, so that I could go home, and I couldn't go. And then there ended up being some colored gentleman that showed up in my, what is that called? where you could just know, like discernment. My discernment was like, these guys are no good. And I had mentioned to them that my ride would be there in 30 minutes. A little while later, a ride did show up, and it was one of the girls who was like a daughter to me. It was her father that showed up to come and get us. So that was interesting. I didn't get any interpretation from the first dream, but I do believe it could be maybe me taking in or helping somebody who's on spiritual milk. So I'm going to continue to pray about that. But this second dream, the Lord had shared with me, and I shared it with my friend Veronica, and she gave me a little bit of what came to her mind too, and I believe this is a great interpretation. So I believe from my conversation with the Lord that he was showing me that my daughter and this other girl, which I do believe maybe this girl Noelle, that is like a daughter to me, was trying to fit on the seat with me on my ride to go home. I was 30 minutes from home. I believe that the 30 is spiritual, and I believe that the ride that I was going on that leads me home was salvation. And I believe that I was trying to get these girls to, you know, how like the term of ride on the coattails. So I believe I was trying to get them to ride on the coattails of my salvation. And they needed their own seat because they could not fit on mine. It came up again with the 30, and I had told the men that my ride would be there to get me in 30 minutes. So that's 30 two times in one dream. Not only that, there was 3 of us in the dream. There was my daughter, another girl, and me, so that's 3. So that's what I got from that dream so far. So then the next day, I had 2 more dreams. And let me grab my book because I'm starting to feel like I'm having a brain fog. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Okay. Interesting. So in this dream, this is interesting. It was like, I believe I was at my house. And I was having a conversation, I believe, with my husband, and we were talking about how I was given the opportunity to be able to fly. In the first part of this, it looked like I was going to be flying with a balloon, but I don't end up thinking that's what it was, because he said, no, there's going to be something else, but I don't remember. All I knew is that I was getting the opportunity to be able to fly up in the air, and I was going to be going from the ground. It wasn't going to be anything with airplanes, any kind of air balloon, like anything like that. I just knew that I was going to be getting the opportunity to fly. I then, scene changed. I was on my front porch, I believe with my husband. A man and a woman come up, it would be this way, up to my porch. And they were like, are you excited? Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow around, I believe it was 10:30 or 11:30. So there's 30 again. It was a big deal that I was getting this opportunity. Nobody else that I knew around, like my husband, wasn't getting this opportunity. I was. And I remember going in my house, and I was going to, again, go and use the restroom. And on my way, it was then a few girls that were outside. And I had said something about wanting to watch some kind of TV show or something. And they said, no big deal. The girls will be out here waiting for you when you're done. I was like, okay. Then I remember thinking, I don't want to keep them waiting. So that was interesting. And I felt like 30 came up again. In the first dream, or in the first set of dreams, 30 was involved, and I was 30 minutes away from home. This time, I was going to be going in the air flying, and it had something to do with 30, 10:30 or 11:30. Next dream in the same, so I had 2 dreams, now 2 dreams in this day. Hang on one second. This dream was by itself. This dream was by itself. So excuse me, I only had one dream that day. On the 10th, I had two dreams. This dream, I was at my dad's house. My dad and his girlfriend, they had two couches. I had a purse, and I was giving them things, and I was giving them my purse. I ended up, there were some things in the purse that I was giving to them, not really a big deal, not anything to really share about. But I gave them my purse. I ended up going and sitting on the couch. I fell asleep. I remember drooling on my hand. I woke myself up from it, and when I looked, I was actually sitting on the couch with my dad's wife, or my dad's girlfriend. My dad's girlfriend is a dwarf, okay? And when I woke up from my dream, I had realized that I had fallen asleep, and my legs were laid out, so I was taking the whole couch, and I seen her, and her legs were just, folded, like not a big deal to her because her legs don't really go over the couch anyways. And so I was like, didn't really think too much of that. And then my dad was like saying he was uncomfortable. And I said, well, you can have my seat. So I got up and let my dad sit down. And he said something that he had given me some money. Sorry, my notes are just. He had given me some money to go out and get a bunch of things. It was wondering if I had any money left. And I said, I don't have any money left. I said, but I did have a few dollars to start with. And I looked and I said, you can have it if you want. It's only $3. So there's 3. Next dream. I was on my way to church in this dream, and I had a girl with me. And as I was sharing with my friend, Veronica, and actually let me stop this and go back to that dream with my daughter trying to fit on the sled with the other girl with me. Veronica had said to her, it sounded like what came to her mind when I said that dream was the 10 wise virgins. And so, all right. I don't want to forget to put that in there. So, in this dream, I was driving to church. I had this girl with me in the passenger seat. I was driving down the road. This girl seemed to be a very short girl with long brown hair, which actually kind of seems like either my dad's girlfriend or my sister that my dad had with his girlfriend, and she is a dwarf as well. So my half-sister has dwarfism, and so does my dad's girlfriend, who is more like a stepmom to me because they've been together since I was 13 years old and I'm 40. So she's like a mother figure to me. Okay, so we're driving down the road, and I then have to swerve because there was a small car, like white or gray, that was coming at me. And so I had to swerve, and then there was another car coming, and I ended up having to swerve. And then I realized there's a 3-car accident. I had to go in. There was a car. I had to swerve through there. There was a yellow car here. I had to swerve through there. And then there was another car to the side, and I had to swerve. There was a man laying on the ground, and a woman I knew in my mind was about to give him CPR. I pulled into the parking lot and got out of my car with this girl that was with me, and I decided I'm not going to stop because I noticed then that there was a bunch of other people that had showed up to help, and I didn't want to be in the way. Me and this girl then went somewhere. We ended up being in an alley, and she decided, hey, before we go, I got to use the restroom. Nobody was back there. I'm not going to give you any detail about that. There was some weird detail about that. But I then, when she was finished, we then left and went. We were actually walking through a church, like we were in the church, and then we were walking out. And as we were walking out of this church, people were walking in. This was not the church that we were on our way to. It was a church that had actually been right there when we pulled over and was going to help. So that was it. That was the end of my dream. So then I realized that's 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. Well, actually, it was like 4 days besides that. I did have 3 dreams. No. 3 days in a row that I had dreams. So it was 3 days in a row that I had dreams. So I'm right about that. And in all of my dreams, the number 3 was very highly involved here. And I did look up what 3 means. I looked up what 30 means, and 30 had something to do with the Father. But some of these dreams are really interesting to me. And so, but this morning I got a message. And yesterday I posted on my Facebook page about, yesterday I posted a video from our sister in Christ, Casey, from Grace Overflowing. So if you haven't been over there and seen that, it's coming up again about food shortage and that God's people may want to prepare. If you have a little bit and you can't at all, get maybe a couple extra cans of vegetables, or maybe a packet of rice, or just something extra when you go to the store. If you can't happen to do that, God will take care of his children. But we have known for a little while, because God does not keep secrets from us. He reveals things. What is it? Amos 3:6. He reveals things to his prophets before he does anything. God gives the ample amount of warnings before things happen. We've all been knowing that things are coming. We're all starting to continue to get messages that things are coming. I also believe that continuously, from when he started having me prepare for a food shortage, I always have known that the amount of food that he has had me store is not going to be for me. It is going to be for the left behind. But I have continued to do that, and I will continue. I'm getting ready to go grocery shopping. I'm going to get my children up in just a couple of minutes, and we're going to go grocery shopping. And I'm going to gather some things, but just some ideas that you could think of when you go to the grocery store. If you see something on sale, like oatmeal. Oatmeal's a great thing that you can pick up, and it doesn't go bad. Rice and noodles and beans and just canned vegetables and tuna and like canned meat like Spam on Amazon. They have this thing, and I think it's called Greet, Greet, and it's ham in a can like Spam, and it's $1.82 a can right now. And so if you look that up, I think Greet, you'll find that for $1.82 on Amazon. I know I went on this morning and they let you get 4 cans. I went on and grabbed that. They also have a deal on Amazon that you can get 12 cans of tuna, and it's in oil, but you can get it for around $9. And that is a really good deal, seeing as how in the store it is, I think 89 cents a can. So it's just some ideas for you. Anything, even like raviolis, some ramen soups, just things that that will hold somebody over. It's a really good idea. You can also look on YouTube. There's some people who do videos about things. You can can anything. I just seen a video on being able to can butter, which I think is a really great idea. You can can meats. So, if you find a really good deal on meat, here we've been able to get chicken breasts at $1.99 a pound. It's a really great idea to get some chicken breast in the winter. It's really good. You can freeze it, but in the summer, if you have a power outage or something like that, then your freezers are going to unthaw, and then you're left doing all this last minute. Or if you have, a grill or a smoker or whatever, smoking all the meat last minute, and that's just a lot of work. So, but them are just some ideas, and just pray about it. As always, God never does anything for fear. He just wants his people to be prepared, and he's going to take care of us. He's never going to leave us or forsake us. He is going to be calling us home. I am so excited. I am so excited to go home. We are so close. Just hang on and keep your eyes focused on him, because we're almost there. All right, everybody, take care. I'm going to go. I got to go do some grocery shopping and try to enjoy my day and spend time with the Lord. So I hope you do the same. God bless you. I love you, and I can't wait to meet you all.